Okay. Hey, what's up guys? Darkbreaker here, and in today's video we are gonna react live to the wildrift patch notes 3.3c. So let's see what's gonna happen. We know one huge change that's gonna happen. They are nerfing our Camille, Fields Batman. So let's hop right into it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And enough talking. So let's get started. It's a pretty small patch, and 3.4 is gonna be even more interesting because we're getting new items and new champions. I think Gwen and Yone are pretty much confirmed, and then maybe Warwick and Vex as well. So it's our final balance before patch 3.4, and we are focused on making adjustments to some champions who have been dominating and struggling in the Baron lane. Welcome to patch 3.3c. That's all from us for now, but we will see you back here on September 14 for patch 3.4. Champion changes. Camille. What are they doing? Camille is currently one of the most dominant champions in higher level of play because of all the damage and reliable utility she provides for her team. We are giving her a handful of nerfs while also adding in a new function to her hookshot ability to put her in a more balanced spot. For the second ability, they are nerfing the slow effect. From now on, it's a 80% decay over 2 seconds. So you have 80%, and then over 2 seconds, it's gonna drop down to 0%. And for the hookshot, there is a new mechanic as well. First of all, they are adding on the cooldown a 6-second increase at every rank. And if the dash hits an enemy champion, hookshot's cooldown is now also reduced by, actually 5 seconds, not 6. So it's still a net nerf even if you hit the hookshot. On the positive side, let's be positive a little bit. If you land the hookshot and you have high ability haste, you actually get decent amount of value from your ability haste because the cooldown is so high. But Camille Jungle is gonna receive a huge nerf because she will lack mobility and she can't spam her hookshots for free anymore. But if you're good and proficient on Camille and you can land the hookshots, you're getting cooldown reduced by 5 seconds. So it's more like a tool that's not used only as a mobility tool, but more like an aggressive tool now. They're also increasing the cooldown on the ultimate by 10 seconds. My tier list is coming out pretty soon. The ultimate is also gonna hurt Jungle Camille, but I think Baron Lane Camille is gonna stay at a very strong position because how often do you use the hookshot in the laning phase? You only use it once to escape or once to initiate or engage. So I think she's still gonna be fine here. Corki is receiving an adjustment. Despite being a popular pick in competitive play, Corki has fallen behind when compared to other marksmen. I don't really think so. We are giving the Dancing Bombardier some adjustments to increase his overall performance while also reducing his presence in competitive play. Package pickup duration is gonna get decreased by 15 seconds. So I guess that means the time that the package is in the base before you can it's only 45 seconds in the base and you can't stall it out before objective, for example. Valkyrie cooldown is getting reduced by 3 seconds in the early game. That's pretty nice. In the late game it stays the same. And Gatling Gun, that's pretty interesting what they're doing right here. Oh wait, they did the summary wrong, by the way. Base attack damage 16, 24, 32, 40, plus 20% bonus attack damage as physical damage, and the equivalent in magical damage. And now it's 32, 48, 64, 80, plus 40% bonus attack damage as magic damage. Okay, before you had like half your damage was physical, but now everything is magical damage. They are buffing the resistance reduction as well, so you're gonna do more damage, and they're also the resistance reduction per tick. Interesting. So instead of having a lot of mixed damage, you almost completely do magical damage on the Gatling gun now, or you pretty much do only magical damage. The resistance reduction is also getting buffed. That's big. And then the recharge time for the ultimate is also getting lowered. There's actually I don't know why they called it adjustments. That's in total a buff on Corki. I mean, he's very popular in mid lane and in bot lane already, so I don't know why they had to buff him. I think he was in a fine state where he's very strong already. Fiora is getting a slight buff, 10 HP per level. It's not gonna affect her both in jungle and Baron lane. Jax is getting a pretty significant nerf. This looks small, but it's a 10% base attack damage nerf, which applies for all of your auto attacks and all of your abilities in the early game. This is actually hurting his jungle clear speed in the jungle and the laning phase in total. It's gonna make him much weaker in the early game now, trading wise, and his snowballing is gonna be weaker in total. Kassandra is getting a nerf on the first ability. The cooldown is getting increased by 1 second at every rank, and the base damage is getting lowered by 10 at every rank. Honestly, it doesn't matter. They need to touch the third ability and the ultimate. Because everyone is maxing the third ability, it does tons of damage, and the ultimate for mobility and damage is crazy. I think the biggest issue is his laning phase is too easy. Mainly because of the second ability and his base armor, that's the problem. Pantheon has been struggling to find his footing in higher levels of play for a while now. In order to bring him more in line with other Baron laners, we are beefing up his overall damage output. On the first ability, they are buffing the base damage by 10 and the AD ratio by 10%. It's nice to have, but nothing significant. And then the third ability cooldown is getting reduced by 4 seconds at every rank, which is actually pretty solid. It's a nice buff to have on Pantheon. It's gonna make him better, but overall Pantheon still lacks the mid and late game scaling. They need to buff his base scalings, so it's gonna be stronger in the late game or better AD ratios. I think this is not enough, and he's still gonna be the same. Renekton is receiving another buff, by the way, plus 10 HP per level. I think he's a very strong Baron laner already, and he didn't need this buff. Makes him even better. You should play this champion. Teemo is receiving a buff. What are they doing? On the second ability, they are increasing the movement speed, the passive movement speed, and the active movement speed by 10% active and 5% passive. And the cooldown of the third ability is getting reduced by up to 6 seconds. It's gonna be nice to have, but nothing major. Nothing major, to be fair. Vega's Event Horizon is getting increased by 2 seconds. Gonna make him I mean, his utility value is gonna be weaker, but he's still gonna be a good champion overall. Gameplay changes. Gargoyle is getting adjusted. The base shield is getting reduced by 10%. The enhanced shield ratio is getting increased by 100% from 200 to 300. This is a lot of shield value. And the cooldown is getting reduced, getting increased by 15 seconds. Overall, an adjustment, and I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a nerf, because I know in the summary they said it's a nerf, but look. Enhanced shield ratio is getting increased to hundreds. That's a lot of shield value in a team fight. Guardian Angel is getting a nerf. 300 gold more expensive. That's pretty good, because a lot of people have been abusing Guardian Angel as a second or third item. So as a last item, this is still an amazing item. So it's gonna change the item build on some champions. I've seen Vi players that are going Trinity Guardian Angel, so that's a nice adjustment. Magnetron Enchantment is getting reduced by 300 gold. I think that's a nice change. Navori's Quickblade is getting reduced by 200 gold. It's gonna be good as well for champions like, who does use Quickblades? Master Yi, Trinomere, maybe Saya. It's a nice buff to have, but nothing too special. New skins, Diana new skin. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. And the patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and write down below in the comments your opinion on the changes and what you guys think. Is Camille still viable, or is she not playable anymore? But that's gonna be it, and I see you next time. Bye bye.